Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I would like to give some comment or review to my presentation that I've done maybe 3 weeks ago. Before I do that, we have to watch. We have to watch my presentation first.
Assalamualaikum
Okay, this is my presentation.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Mevitri and friends. Today, I would like to present about the interesting material that is how to.
I want to say something. Do you know? Honestly, I'm still not satisfied with the presentation I've done. There are still quite a few flaws in my presentation. I had prepared myself long ago, but in fact, when I did the presentation, I felt nervous. So this affected my performance. I become unfocused on the audience. Besides that, the pronunciation of some words was wrong when I said it. And no less important is the fluency problem, where this problem often occurs to me due to nervousness. As a result, my presentations in rush, because usually I memorize some of the important points, but when I was nervous, I would easily forget. So I had to speed up my fluency in order to minimize forgetting. This use of inappropriate grammar is also one of the reason for being dissatisfied with the results of my presentation. Even so, in my deep heart, I'm still proud of the presentation that I've done. Okay, we watch next. We watch continue my presentation video.
Improve your listening skills. Do you know what does make listening so difficult? In comparison with reading, there are a few things that make listening harder to master. To understand speech and recording in English, it is not enough to have a large vocabulary and good grammar. You need to know correct English pronunciation, but unfortunately, that is not enough either. However, it doesn't mean that you are doomed to struggle with listening forever, not at all. If you take the right steps and have a little passion.
Okay, I want to say something with you. Actually, I have some challenges that I face while preparing the presentation. And of course, I have to overcome these challenges. The main challenge I face is determining what material is right for presentation. And of course, it will provide direct benefits to the audience. In determining the material, I look for references from the internet a lot, and then combine them with my experience, where incidentally, the material I took in this presentation was about how to develop your English listening skills. In addition, I also had a little difficulty in preparing simple and attractive presentation, I tried to find some examples of presentation media from the internet. Then I took one and I reshuffled it a bit to produce a simpler presentation media. A lack of focus on the material because I often experience nervousness. So besides memorizing the material, I have to make important notes about the material I want to convey. And the last challenge is the problem of grammar. This is very, very problematic for me. I'm a person who can be said to be a little less careful, so that sometimes there are some words that are not quite right. As in the title of my presentation, at this time, to solve this problem, apart from doing my research manually, I'm also obliged to correct my writing through the Grammarly application. Okay, we watch continue my video presentation again.
You can improve your listening greatly. So, how can you improve your listening? Here are some tips that can help you to take your listening skill to a new level. The first is practice regularly. Just as your muscles need regular exercise to stay fit, your ears need regular listening to even a little bit of English every day, so your progress will be fast. And the second is listen at every opportunity. Listen to
If you ask to me what have you done well, I think I'm quite good at managing time. Why do I say that? Because this is my 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 capable in the presentation that I'm quite good at managing time. For example, in this presentation, my lecturer gave a presentation time of about 3 minutes from the beginning. I had planned that the presentation I would be doing should not be less or or more than 3 minutes. And thankfully, my time management was right with what I had planned, which didn't take more than 3 minutes. Okay, we watch, continue my video presentation.
To podcasts for English learners, the radio, audiobooks, movies, and TV shows. The more you listen, the faster your skill will grow. The third is vary your resources. Listening to other speakers from many countries, especially those with heavy accent or those who speak very fast, can still be hard. So you must use different listening resources and listen to as many different people as you can. And the fourth is listen and read at the same time. Listening to unadapted English speech can be challenging, especially if you are just beginning to develop the skill. One of the ways to get started is to listen and read at the same time. The fifth is listen actively. Pay attention to the pronunciation of words and phrases, the speaker's intonation and sound, and the key information.
Do you know, there is anything that I would like to bring to the for my future academic speaking activities. There is that is I want to maintain my accuracy in managing my time, because for me this is very important. Lack or what is it? Lack or excess of time when doing my presentation is less effective to do. For fear the audience will be confused with unclear information or feel bored. And I think I need to bring this forward for future academic speaking activities. I mean that. Okay, we watch again.
Don't just turn on the listening file and let yourself get distracted. And the sixth is have fun. Watch your favorite movies or whatever that you like. Listening to what you enjoy not only makes it a more fun experience, but also makes your learning more effective. Okay.
Okay. Do you know there are three things I think I need to I need to improve in my presentation. The first is performance. This is very urgent for me. For me, performance is important because when we present a presentation with quality performance, the audience will not be bored listening to our presentation. And to improve performance, I think I must first be able to overcome my nervousness. This is very important for me because from this nervousness, all the performance that I have prepared from the beginning can be chaotic. So it is very important for me to overcome excessive nervousness. The second thing I need to improve is how I can present a simple but attractive presentation media. Because so far, I think I have only presented simple but an attractive presentation media. I mean that. If this continues, my presentation will seem boring. So it is important for me to look for more what is that? More references from simple but interesting presentation media. And of course, easy for me to apply. This is important. And for the last thing I need to improve is the grammar problem. I'm the type of person who believes in the results of my writing. This is in the positive, but not always what we think is true. Remember that. Okay. So reflecting on previous mistakes in grammar writing, from now on after, I check my writing manually. I don't forget to check it again through the Grammarly application. This is very important for you too. Okay, you watch again.
That's all my presentation today, and thank you so much for your attention. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, make that bit. From my friends and I presentation, I have learned anything from all the presentation activities. I have learned many things. From preparing interesting and major materials is possible, learning how to show a good presentation performance, of course, by controlling nervousness. What kind of presentation media is appropriate, simple, and interesting? Interesting. What is it, for the audience? It is very important for the presenter, right? As much as possible to invite the audience to communicate by asking directly or giving jokes. And also don't forget, what I remember the most is how we have to write using proper grammar. This is very important for me and maybe for you too. Okay, I think that's all my comment or my review to my presentation that I have done. I think that's all for me. Thank you for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.